Hello there, I'm Geoffrey Wood, aged 68, from Great Yarmouth. Diagnosed with kidney problems went right back to 2011. After a blood test with my doctor, they found that my kidney function was low, and I went down to the hospital to have a scan, and they found out that I actually got a lump on my left kidney, and so they removed my left kidney. And things being as they were, it turned out that despite that kidney had the cancer in it, it was working better than my right kidney. So I ended up with a kidney that was failing. And by 2015, I was in front of the nephrologist at the hospital with them telling me that I would be on dialysis by the new year. And in actual fact, I wasn't. I went to June in 2016. For me, it wasn't very good at all. The travelling, I was on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It impacted in my work a lot. I went on to evening dialysis at James Paget, which I found was better, but it still wasn't good for work. And I thought that home dialysis would be that much better for me. I could be a little bit more flexible with what time I was going to go on dialysis and maybe even what day I was. I just felt so much better doing it at home. So for me personally, it was a plus in all areas. It was, for my job, it was a lot better, and for my health, it was a lot better. The staff there made it very easy. The two things that were really I had to take into account was, number one, I was needle phobic. I was never ever keen on needles. I couldn't watch them putting needles in. And now it was going to come to the point where at home either me or my wife were going to have to put these needles in. In the end, I'd done it myself, and from that point on I always put my own needles in. But it also brought my wife into it. She was part of this journey on dialysis, which I think does need to be taken into account, because they have to go through the training with you. And of course, if you have any issues on the machine, she does need to be there to sort of come up and help me out. You can't do it when you've got two needles in your arm. So it did involve her. Well, for me, it gave me a sense, well, not just a sense, but it actually gave me a much more freedom to what I could do. As I say, it was just more control over this sort of condition over which I really felt I had no control over at all. There were set times that I was to go to hospital. It took a long hours of your time out, you know. It was a big chunk of your day gone going down the hospital about. So doing it at home, I could also do it when it suited me best. Just all aspects of it, you know, as I say, my control over it and how I felt on it. We were able to go on holiday in New Zealand, Australia, all around the country. It was just so much easier. You could phoning up, especially when you go abroad, to say, I'm dialysing myself. You know, and they were, okay, right, that's a different kettle of fish then. We can just put you on a machine and basically let you get on with it. So it was just better all round for me. One thing I have learned from it is everyone's different. I can tell you that it was really good for me. Other people could say, oh, well, I had this problem, I had that problem. So it really is something that you'll find you've got your own problems with, completely different to the sort of problems that I had. But it is definitely worth looking at. I was very fortunate in that we've got a spare little box room that they were able to turn into my dialysis room. But I would say, if you can do it, ask about it and really have a look into it. Discuss it with your partner, because it will be involving them a lot more than going into the centre for dialysis. But it just made me feel so much better. It isn't just a line I'm telling you, it really did. I think I could honestly say that I felt as well on dialysis as you could possibly feel, that I could get on with my life and go to work and take the grandchildren out. It really is worth looking at, and just see if it's going to be good for you.